I want to start this video by being very, very clear about the fact that you do not need makeup. No one needs makeup. You are absolutely perfect just the way you are. The only reason that you think that you might need makeup is because of social conditioning and social constructs, and you know what? Seriously, f that. Because it's all lies. You are absolutely perfect just as you are. And with that said, I also love makeup because I am an artist. I love the idea of painting. I love the idea of enhancing. And honestly, for me, even if I've just put on my like 1.5 minute makeup routine, when I'm going to the grocery store, even if just I'm in my home with my family, my kids, I move through the world differently. There's something about the act of taking care of yourself or doing something for you that makes you feel good about yourself. Maybe for you, it's putting on lotion. Maybe for you, it's putting on essential oils. Whatever that routine is that makes you move through the world differently, do it. And if that's makeup for you, this is a video for you. I have different makeup routines based on how much time I have. And if you're a mom, you absolutely understand this. That sometimes you have 1.5 minutes, sometimes you have 2 minutes, sometimes you have 5, and sometimes you have 20. So let's get started. Okay, so first off, we're gonna do the quickest makeup possible and start with the mom bun, right? Of course. Seriously, what did we do before mom buns were cute? What did we do? It wasn't always cute, but now it's super cute to do like a messy like bun. The key with the mom bun is to not care, because if you care, it doesn't count. Boom, messy bun, and then pull down some cuties like this. 1, 2, that's it, perfect. And then if you have little like flyaways, like for me, I have flyaways. You know your hair falls out when the baby's like 4 months old? That's what's happening right now. Dirty, messy mom bun. So some mornings, you guys, all I have time for is foundation and a little bit of blusher and bronzer. This is by Vertra, and it's got an SPF 38, and sometimes this is all I put on. It's just like a stick that has also SPF, and I just will go like this, pop it around my face, and then I'll just take my fingers and I'll rub it in. Because what that's gonna do is it's gonna add the sunscreen protection all over my face, and because this is tinted, it actually kind of smooths out the skin. How nice is that? And if I'm having extra like mascara, like I am right now on my nose, pop a little extra of the sunscreen there. Next, I'll grab a bronzer, and I'll just pop a little bit of bronzer like this on my cheekbones, do like super circles to sort of just like blend it in, get down into the jawline, and then over the forehead. And then I'll even use the same bronzer, and I'll just kind of put a little bit on the sides of my nose, and then I'll just go like this over my eyelid really, really fast, like that. And then I'll take a little bit of my blush, which is by Lawless. Oh, my bronzer was by Ilia. And then a little bit of color on the cheeks, like this. And then, if I'm in a super rush, don't have time to do like super brows, I'll just get a little bit of an eyeshadow and pop a little bit onto my angled brush. And then I'll just put a teeny little bit on my brow. Gently shape it like super fast if I'm like, boop, gotta get out the door. And then I'll use the same brush, same eyeshadow, and I'll just put a little bit under my eyes in a line. And then I'll use the side of it that's the soft brush, and then I'll swoop it around like that and maybe just go over the eyeball like that really fast. This is like my 1.5 minute mom makeup. If you don't have eyelash extensions, I have eyelash extensions on right now, and that's because I save so much time, especially because I'm getting ready all the time now with doing YouTube and stuff. If you have time to put on some mascara, pop some mascara on, you know, maybe some chapstick on or something. I'll pop on like a really gentle lip gloss that's not very sticky. This is by Ooze. And there we go. I'm ready to like conquer my day. I have a little bit of shape, there's a little bit of color. That's like the go-to. So now I'm gonna show you if I've got just a few more minutes. So if I have more time, I'm gonna actually put on a real foundation. Obviously I wouldn't have had my blush and stuff on, so it's gonna kind of come off. But anyway, so I'll add a little bit, and I'm using Ilia. This is one of the more natural foundations, and I really like it. Stays on pretty well. So this is just gonna give me a little bit of an extra coverage. I'm gonna put that on all over everything. And I use a brush for this. You don't have to, you can use your hands, it doesn't matter. Then, because this is an actual foundation, it needs to kind of be set. I'll take like a translucent powder. This one is by MAC. And I'll pop the translucent powder. And then I'll come back with bronzer and I'll do some highlighting. All over. Then blush again. This one is by Lawless and it's called Angel Suede. I love this guy. This is why I wear the same blush every day. It's peachy, it's bright, I love it. Okay, so next is like a day that I feel like I can do a little bit of eyeshadow. So anytime you put on eyeshadow, you wanna make sure you're putting on a base that's gonna hold it on. Sometimes the foundation's enough, but sometimes it's not. So I always, if I'm gonna put a teeny little bit of this is a MAC paint pot. Those are actually waterproof. I have like the oiliest eyelids ever. So if I don't put something like this on first, it's gonna come off right away. So I'll just put a little bit of that on, just enough to like grab the eyeshadow that I'm gonna put on. I'm gonna take like a soft, fluffy brush, and I've got this like eyeshadow packet from Too Faced that I really love. It's got all these different colors. It's got a highlighter, matte tones, and then also a couple sparkly. So then I'll grab the lightest one here that's got a little bit of sparkle, and I'll add it under the brow. I'll add it under this brow. I'll take it, pop it in the center here, and then in the center there, to kind of pop in the middle, like lighten and brighten this inside area here. Like this. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. I will also take that exact same color and I'll put like a little highlight on my nose, and a little bit of highlight on my cheek, because we want to look glowing. We want to look glowing like that. A little bit there, a little bit there. Then I'll take the same fluffy brush. I'll go for this like just really light neutral brown. I tap off the excess so it doesn't get all clumpy. And then I'll pop a little bit of that super soft brown in the corner. Okay, and then now we're gonna add just a little bit more color to those brows. You know how we like rushed through them the last time? I'm gonna use an actual thing for my brow. It's called Fluid Line Brow Gel Cream by MAC in the color True Brunette. And this I love because it's waterproof. So if you're sweating, your eyebrows aren't like coming off your face halfway through the day. And so I dip it in gently and I put the most of it first. I work from the inside of the brow, like right here, out, while I have the most product on the brush, like that, just to about like 3/4 of the way through. Then I'll do it again on this side. While the brush still has some things on it, but I'm not gonna re-dip, I come to the center and I just kind of do brushy, see that's too much, brushy kind of strokes like this. Because I don't want it to be super harsh in the center, I want it to look more airbrushed. So I'll do that. And so therefore we have a little bit more brows, a little bit more stuff going on. Now, we can do actual like mascara. I have a few different ones that I love. If you want something on the more expensive side, this Lancome waterproof Monsieur Big is amazing. And because I have eyelash extensions, I'm only gonna put waterproof mascara on the bottom. Can anyone make a normal face while putting on mascara? Like, because I certainly can't. It's like, right now, because my eyelash extensions, I actually was gonna do this video after I got them filled, but because they're like hanging on by a thread, and you're not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I use not waterproof voluminous, and I'm just gonna gently coat the lashes to kind of like make it look like I don't need a fill. There's like one eyelash hanging by a thread. Oh, it came off, see? And there's a little bit of lip gloss, there you go. So maybe this is the day I don't feel like rocking my mom bun, so I'll take the mom bun down. So she's put together, hair's down instead of up in a mom bun, and now I'm ready to sort of just conquer the day-ish without feeling like too made up, or people would see you in the store like, where does she think she's going? Let's say you're going out maybe for a date night, or you're gonna go out with some girlfriends and have a dinner. This is what I would do to sort of just take it to the next level. The only thing that I will do is I'll add a little bit more highlights, and then we'll do a little bit more eyeshadow, okay? This is a palette that I have from Tarte that has all sorts of like highlights and contours to them. So I'll take like a soft, fluffy brush like this, and I'll take this color called Lit. And what I'll do is I'll add like a highlight down the center of my nose, a little bit more better highlight here on the cheek, add that really beautiful glow, like that. Here in the center of the face, the forehead. down. I'll take this highlight. This is gonna come into play with like your lips, makes your lips look a bit bigger. If you just put a teeny little bit of that highlight, you should do it before you put lip gloss on, and then it just kind of like makes that little top of your lip, like if you can see, like it just looks like it pops. It's kind of cool, right? Then, next, so we're gonna do a little bit more eyeshadow. So I'll go back and I will put down that base, because without that base, you're not gonna be able to get eyeshadow to stick. I'm just gonna use the same palette because I got it and it's here. And this is like what I wear every day anyway. I mean, I've got makeup from like all my years of working for MAC, but I just don't really wear them all anymore. So we're gonna take that highlight color again. So you're gonna do highlight up here. Highlight. You can also use the same color that from this Tarte palette and do that too. Sometimes when I have that palette out and I'm doing all these other places, I'll just put that as well. Next, I'm gonna move to this sort of like goldeny, brown, bronzy color. Same kind of fluffy brush, except for I'm gonna use the side of it. And then I'm gonna kind of fade. I'm gonna go from that really light color to the sort of medium golden bronze-ish right here. I'm gonna come in and get this some more darker brown. Tap a little bit on there, tap off the excess. Start in the corner and then do like circles towards the center. Circles, circles. Circles and rainbows. Circles, rainbow. Circle, rainbow. Then, let's switch brushes here. I'm gonna go to like a flatter, wider one, get a little bit of that dark color again. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the fluffy brush, and then now I'm gonna get a little bit of this pinky kind of color. It's like a little bit of a pink, and there's a little bit of like a lighter brown. So I'm gonna go pink, lighter brown, and this is where you do just rainbow. This is kind of like you're putting that color in between the highlight and the darker colors. No circles, just rainbow. Just the rainbow, and a little bit higher rainbow. You're going to do like the top part of the rainbow, and this is just gonna add a little bit of color. Okay, so that's eyeshadow, because I'm super complicated. I'll do the same thing that I did last time with the eyebrow color. The one thing that I will add when I do have time is this thing by Benefit that I freaking love. It's called 24-Hour Brow Setter. You know, like full brows that are like super in right now, and mine are like so sparse. But what I'll do is I'll come in, I'll swoop it here, and you kind of brush it into your brow, and it makes your brow look super full. And what I'll even do is I'll press, look, if I press, look, pops those brows up. It makes them look super full, like I have these massive full brows. So I'm gonna go and get a little bit more. I'm just gonna fill in this part here that kind of swooped up. Now would be the time to put on a ton of mascara. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more because I have a little bit more time. And normally I wouldn't have to do too much, obviously, because I would have my eyelash extensions, which really help. But I'm gonna put a little bit more on to really just enhance these. If you're an eyelash artist and you're cringing because I'm putting mascara on my eyelashes, I'm sorry. And I don't do this normally. I only do this when it's like almost time to get a fill and I just feel like they're needing a boost. Bottom lashes, I'll use Voluminous now in the waterproof because I need waterproof on the bottom. Because otherwise I sweat everywhere. And that's my like go-to going out makeup. This is it. This is all that you get. The only thing that I will do sometimes extra is if I'm having extra baggy eye things, I'll get color correcting stick and I'll just pop a little bit right in here. It's kind of this peachy color. Like if I'm feeling like I need that extra. And then I will put in lip gloss that maybe has a little bit more color. Like that last one was almost clear. A little bit of color to it. But see how that little like highlight on the mouth works? So when I'm going out, my hair is like, you know, super thin right now because I lost like half of it after the baby was born. So what I'll do is I have this like hair extension weft thing. It's just like one click thing. So it doesn't really add length or anything, but it just adds like that. So I'll do that. I've got my little extension thing in, and then I can either go in the bathroom and like put some curls in my hair if I feel like it. Oh, lastly, what I will do if I'm wanting to like feel really good is I'll spray my face with rose water. Yes. And I'll take a moment. If you are a mom and you just take that 1 minute to take care of yourself even before you walk out the door or before you take care of everyone else, I hope that you take those moments to take care of yourself in the morning. No matter what, if you're a mom, you know that everyone else tends to come first, but it's so important to remember that we are human and we were our own person before we were a mother. Don't forget that, and do the things that made you feel good to move through the world. And if that includes makeup, this video is for you. Sending all my love.